What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the FallenRedZeo Show. I am Zeo, bringing you more Lego Star Wars, and this time we have the Razor Crest set 75292, and this is an Amazon exclusive, which I know you can also buy this in the actual Lego store, but I got this from Amazon. I ordered it a long time ago, as soon as the pre-orders went up, however many months ago that was, and it's finally arrived now. And this set's pretty cool. So we get the Razor Crest, so the ship from the Mandalorian. If I kind of go down here, you can see it a little better, and so it's a pretty cool ship. You know, I think it's pretty decent looking. It's not one of my favorite things. I'm not a huge fan of actual like Star Wars ships, so when it comes to like spaceships and stuff, I usually don't buy too many, but of course with this set there was one reason I had to get this, and you probably know why. But overall the ship looks pretty cool. It's got the nice big engines and just the main body look. It looks pretty similar to it does in the show, so I think that's pretty good overall. So we get all our figures down here on the bottom that come with it, and of course the Mandalorian logo right there. But if we look around on the back here, you can see what the actual ship does and everything with all its interiors and everything, so you can see all the side panels open, all the characters can interact with different stuff going on there. It's weird that they have a code, like a thing here about its code for the Skywalker Saga Lego game, which of course has been delayed till next year, so unfortunately we won't be able to play it. But these bigger Lego sets have codes for them, but I have not seen them. I assume it's hidden somewhere inside the box. Hopefully it's not on any of the wrappers, because I've already thrown all those away. But I just find it pretty interesting that they have stuff for that, even though it's been delayed and everything. But of course they wouldn't know that. But it's cool. We can see all our different characters here, and if we pan down you can see more of the features, but of course we'll look at all that stuff individually in the actual review. So just a pretty good looking set overall. Like I said, not too crazy about the whole ship stuff, but everything else with it I find really enjoyable. But enough with looking at boxes, let's go ahead and look at the actual set. So of course we gotta look at all our minifigures first. So of course with this set we've got to get the Mandalorian, so Din Djarin himself. And so this is a pretty cool figure. It looks like he's just in his normal armor, so he doesn't have all of his Beskar armor in this mode, which is fine with me. You know, it doesn't really matter. I'm sure they'll release more sets in the future where he comes with the Beskar armor, but of course we've already got this from the ATST Raider set, so I already got this, so it doesn't really matter too much. But the figure looks really good. So we have him in like the Mandalorian style armor, so he's got the helmet on, which at least is all shiny, which looks real nice. Again, the same sort of Mandalorian armor. Then he's got a cape hanging off the back, and then just his normal, he's got a cream color outfit with the dark tan chest plate, a bunch of bandoliers, and then his pants in the gray color with the brown color pads, and then of course his long pulse rifle gun that has the two prongs on the end of it, so that's a really cool gun overall. And of course underneath he just has a black head, so no faces or anything underneath there. And then we got Grief Cargo, which is pretty cool, and so he looks pretty nice in his outfit. So he's got all the reds and golds and everything going on, and you can see he's got some details there on his chest, which looks really cool. Has some nice straps and everything. Some red pants. He comes with his double guns there, so he's dual wielding that. And then just the face, he's got the smile there, of course his mustache and everything of Carl Weathers, and on the back he's just got a serious face on. And then we've got IG-11, which I don't like this figure too much. I think it just looks a little bit weird and like way too tall and lengthy, which I know he is. It just doesn't seem to fit right exactly for some reason, in my mind at least. But of course it's pretty much the same as the IG-88s we've had in the past, so not much difference with IG-11 here, but it just looks a little bit weird overall. And I think like this whole area just looks a little bit weird. So of course he's got a real like tall neck, and then what would be like the head print, so you can see like the sort of what would be like eyes and stuff, and then just all the details. It looks like he's just got a really tall neck and then like a weird face with that and everything, but it just looks a little bit weird. But he has the normal droid body, so nothing too different there. It's just all gray. He comes with like a normal rifle gun, or on the back with the attachments you can put like a longer rifle attached to it, so that's pretty cool. But of course it weighs him back, so you have to like get him situated just right to get him to stand up. And then we get one of the scout troopers, which we know was there towards the end of the season, that showed up when Mando arrived back on the planet, and they ended up taking Baby Yoda and killing Quill, and we know beat on Baby Yoda, so bad scout trooper, but looks pretty nice. You know, just normal scout trooper. Has the normal helmet there, you can see with the visor and then the whole breather apparatus and stuff. Same details where it has the whole like visor piece over the top there. Pretty normal stormtrooper armor, so all white with all the detailings. Has some pockets there around on the side, and the details where you can see the paddings there on his legs. So he's got the tall boots with the knee pads, and then just the thigh pads there, and the black pants underneath. Black arms, you can see the back there where he's got some sort of pack on, and then he's just got a little blaster there in his hands. And of course underneath we have to have the new like clone heads where it, you know, kind of looks like Jango Fett. So there's the face. He doesn't have any back printing on the head, but just the normal face there, which of course is usually always covered by the helmet, so it doesn't really matter what sort of face he's making under there. And then of course the whole reason I bought this set, which you all probably figured out already, was for the Baby Yoda, or the child. I am always going to call him Baby Yoda, but it looks very cute. So he's got what I call the sewer baby body, because of the commercial from the whatever movie that was, the Lego movie where it had the sewer babies. They came on these little tiny bodies, so it's got the little tiny baby body. I like how he's just in the all brown, so, and the details that's supposed to look like his little outfit that he's got, where it's got the like kind of like fur color on the neck, and then like the burlap sack almost. But he's got his two little hands sticking out, so the green hands there, and then just like a Yoda head that's all shrunk down. It's got the big eyes with the little white dots to give him those big baby eyes, and just a cute little head with the ears all sticking out here to the side and everything. I think this looks pretty good. The head seems to translate really well, at least in this size and everything for Baby Yoda. So just a little tiny figure here, which was the whole reason why I wanted this set. And then of course that leaves us with our actual set of the Razor Crest itself. So again, a pretty nice looking ship overall. The only thing to me is obviously if you've seen the Razor Crest, it's all nice and shiny, where this is obviously a dull gray color, you know, just light gray. It has dark gray detailing built into it, and then has these cool sticker prints here that add some more colors and everything with the tan there going into it, which I think is really nice. But overall the ship looks pretty good. I think it translated pretty well into Lego. So we have the basic overall size of the ship. So it's a nice tall skinny ship, so you can see that, especially like here on the front, it's, you know, like real tall, and then it's like super skinny on the sides, so that kind of fits pretty well. So we have the cockpit up the top here, some guns on the sides, then the main body, we have the 2 engines up on the top here, big giant engines that I think looks really cool. Of course has some sticker printings on them. Then we got the top going around to the back, that's just kind of boring, but we got some doors and everything that we'll go through and show. So just all pretty interesting overall. I think the design translated really well into Lego, so I'm pretty happy about that. But again, I'm just not too crazy about ships. Like, I think this is cool, but this is something like I feel I'm already bored just because of the color, just all gray, so it's just kind of boring to me. And I also want to show it does have the landing gears here on the bottom, which are kind of like ski pieces, so as you sit it down and stuff, they kind of bend back and forth and everything, so it can be a little tricky sometimes. It can do like a wheelie and everything, so that's pretty fun, but just a nice looking ship overall. But let's start looking at the features. So up front we have the cockpit here, so of course we have the big window over the top, keeps them safe in space and everything. But to get the figures on the inside, it has a little handle here, and you just kind of pull it off. It just has these little grips here, but they only go into the like ratchet pieces. You can see that right in there, so it just kind of sits in there. It doesn't attach or click in or anything, it just barely sits in there and holds it on. But we have the cockpit where we got 2 red seats there, so we got seats for people to sit in. Obviously Mando's going to be sitting in the front, and some other character can sit in the back. Has a nice control panel and everything in there, so it just looks like a pretty basic cockpit, nothing too fancy going on in there. But as for example, you can just take Mando and sit him right there at the cockpit to fly it. And then what's interesting is you can then take this piece, and it just kind of folds down, so it's on a piece that just moves back and forth. You can fold it down, and it reveals 2 little clips in here, which you can then take and place his gun on it. So if you don't, you know, obviously since he's driving, he can't hold his gun, so you can take the guns and place them in there, so it gives it a nice storage place, which I really like, because usually I'll just take the guns and just throw them in the cockpit with the people. But it's nice you can actually have a place that attaches the gun and everything, and then you can just kind of hide it away, which that's really cool. So overall, just a pretty nice cockpit in there. I think, you know, it's big enough. You know, it's obviously not as big as it is in the show, but it's got just plenty of room. You can fit 2 characters. You can fit him and Baby Yoda in there pretty well, which I don't like that there's not really a place for Baby Yoda. You know, usually he's kind of over here, but he does place him in like the back seat in his little crib, but you can just kind of maybe stick him there on his lap. But his head is really big, so like I've tried this before, like I do it like in the pictures, it shows him just sitting on his hand, so you can take Baby Yoda and just pop him onto his hand like that, so it keeps him there. But his head's kind of too big and in the way, and like his ears sometimes get in the way and everything, but pretty nice overall. I think you can easily fit them in there. But if we go down from there onto the sides where we have the 2 big guns, we have sides that open up, so they fold down there. And so on this side you have the missiles, so the ship does have 2 missiles. You can see them right there and right over there, and so you get 3 all together, so you can store the 3rd one. But it has 3 clips all together there, so you can place all 3, which is normally what I'd probably do. So we got that side, and on the other side, which is pretty fun, we've got the bedroom. So we got the little bedroom that Mando sticks Baby Yoda in all the time, but Baby Yoda always ends up escaping out of it. But we got the bed, so we have the, you know, the pillow, and then like the lay down flat bed, and then some details there on the back and everything. And like with the little pegs there, you can obviously take Baby Yoda and just pop him right in there. And further on the side, that leads down to, I assume, just to be like the main door, just like the general door, Then there is one on each side, so it's just a little piece there, so you can see it opens, kind of look up into the ship and everything. I assume this is just like the main like loading area again where the ship is landed. This is where the people walk up into and everything to get into the ship. And from here you can kind of see, it's real dark, but you can see the tower here, and this actually does lead up into the cockpit, so if you can kind of see the little gap up in there, it's real tiny. Obviously you can't just directly get a figure from there into it, but we'll see. Maybe if we look through the back, you can see light all the way through there, so it goes up in there. But there should be, of course, be like a little ladder there or something, but it's just a pillar. But we also get little holes off into the side here that lead into each of those compartments, so the bedroom one's right over there, so that's pretty neat. It's got the 2 doors on each side. And then just going around to the back real quick, we have the door that opens up that goes, you know, down to the ground, and this is where we see them come out, like especially when like he lands in Tatooine. This is down, and that's where Baby Yoda ends up walking out to Amy Sedaris and everything. So just the nice back door there where you can load more cargo and everything with the bigger door. But from there we can also pull out the sides, and you can kind of get more features, so you can see inside of the ship, which on this side there's not really too much. It's just big open area. So again, if you had like say a creature or just something you wanted to stick up in there, you could easily put him in there or just throw in all the other characters that come in with the ship. Now if we look through there, you can see up here at the very front, so right here where my fingers point, there is Mando's head. So you can see the line directly in through there. Again, it's hard to kind of get the light to be able to show up in there, so you can see the little like tower piece that would be where the ladder is that leads up right into the cockpit where Mando is sitting right there. So that's pretty interesting that you can see all the way through there. I didn't think that was a thing till looking through this more, and I can even see Baby Yoda hidden back in here. But the coolest thing about this, so it's pretty much just all open, so nothing too big going on out here. But over here on the side, we've got the area where Mando stores the people in carbonite. So we get the little carbonite pieces. So here we've got a person frozen in carbonite, so we got that. So it looks like the old Han Solo pieces, but it's the people in carbonite, and you can easily just slide them in through there. So you get two different ones there with two different types of people. So this one's obviously more of like a human, and the other one looked more like a Klatooinian or something with this weird dog face and everything. So it's cool that it has that feature, because that was obviously something in the show that he would take people and freeze them in there as carbonite and stuff, and then take them and deliver them off. So it's cool that it includes those two there that you can add into the ship and have a little storage area. So again, other than that, there's not much going on in the ship. It's pretty empty and basic on the inside. I would like more features like a gun rack or something that had all sorts of guns, or just something else to go on with this so that it does more. But it's, you know, just an empty ship on the inside. Like I said, plenty of room, so if you had other characters or figures or anything you wanted to put in there, be perfect for that. But unfortunately, it's just pretty empty. So that's really all there is on the inside. And again, I'm sorry about all the lighting stuff. I know it's real hard to see a lot of times. But going up to the outside, so of course we have the big engines. They don't really do anything. They just look really nice. You know, big giant engine. I like the whole orange pieces here on the back and everything. I think that looks pretty cool. But up top here, which is the thing I've not really noticed before, but it has an escape pod. So it has a little escape pod it can shoot off. I don't remember this being in the show, but it could have been for all I know, and I'm just not remembering it. But maybe we'll see it in the upcoming season. But it's just a nice little escape pod here, so you can see what it looks like overall and everything. But it has a door on the top here that just pops off, so you can take a figure like Grief Karga here and just plop him in there, so as the pegs where his legs can attach onto. So you just pop him on in there, and then just put the door back on, and you can see him inside there, see his face. Obviously that'd be like a glass piece, but then you can just shoot it off out into space and send it wherever it needs to go. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, I've never really noticed this on the show or anything, but it's pretty cool that it does come with it, and it's just a piece that attaches right onto the top. Like if you didn't know it was there, you'd probably miss it, and it's not really too noticeable or anything, just looks like a design of the ship or something. And then the final thing, of course, is the two guns. So we have the guns here and over on this side here, and for them they have little buttons here, so you just press down on these pieces and it shoots them out. So we can go ahead and shoot them off into the distance here, so you can shoot it out there and there. So there we got the two missiles shot out and everything. So it's pretty fun. I like how you have the little buttons and everything. Of course they get pushed down in and out. It's hard to get them back out, so you have to get a little tool or something to get them popped up, or if you put the missile back in, it pushes it back up too. So that's pretty fun and cool. Again, just another play feature with the missiles and everything. So I guess that's gonna be it for this review of the Lego Star Wars the Razor Crest ship. Again, I think it's a pretty nice set overall. The ship, like I said multiple times, translates really well into Lego. I think it looks really good. Just obviously colors didn't translate with the nice shiny color. It'd have to be like all chrome or something. But one of the coolest parts is the figures. So we get 5 figures, technically 4, and then Baby Yoda, I guess, is considered a figure. I thought it'd be cool if we got more figures, like if we got a Queel and then maybe got a Blurg, so like the creature he rides on and everything, that'd be perfect to fit into the big open area in the back of the ship. But it didn't come with that, so unfortunately we don't get anything else to really go along with this set. So I feel you pay a bigger price for it, and the ship obviously takes up all that price, but I thought we could maybe get a couple more figures to go along with it. But let me know what your thoughts of the Razor Crest are down in the comments, and if you enjoyed and want to see more, hit that subscribe button while you're down there. But thank you all for watching this video. I hope you stay awesome out there, and I'll see you next time.